All right, so this is the demo. As you can see in our pub sub, we have our city bike weather topic, and we have our city bike weather sub. And then here is our Cloud Run function that we were talking about, Open Medio. So Open Medio, we make sure that our latitude and longitude is correct for New York City. We make sure the time zone is New York, because if we have it somewhere else, then it may pull data one day earlier or one day later than the range that we specified. So we want to make sure that we're using the right time zone, and then we're pulling from the Open Medio API. You can see that we're using the same type of features as before, min max temperature, precipitation sum, wind speed, and then we are pushing the JSON messages to our our pub sub. And then here you can see that we have our data flow running right here. So if we just go to clone to check, we can see the name, we can see the template is pub sub to subscription to BigQuery. Our output table is this weather forecast streaming table. So you can see we have our forecast state, we have our weather data, and we have our ingest timestamp to show when the last pull was from the API and when it was last ingested. And then you can see we have our input subscription here, which is once again our pub sub one that we created. We stream exactly once. We have our dataflow temp folder. And then, we ran the job to have it active now. And so you can see it's been running for a while. We have 238 records that have been published or successfully written into our weather forecast stream table. And then finally here you can see our cloud scheduler job, open media every minute that we have running, and it calls our open media cloud function every 60 seconds to pull our weather forecasting data. You can see that the last run for it was or sorry, let me refresh this. So our last run for this was at 3:40 p.m. It's 3:40 p.m., so it's literally calling this minute. You can see our next run is scheduled for 3:41. And so if we go to our BigQuery, once again, this is our raw table where you can see all the ingest timestamps. And then we will run this query right here that will create our curated table, our sorry, wrong table, weather forecast features down here. You can see that this is our table that has all of our stored written records in it that have been data engineered to have date of week, month, and is weekend, as we discussed before. And then when we run this query, it will bring all of the new written records into the features table, and then it will select the 7 most recent records that were ingested into our table. So we'll take the 7 most recent timestamps and then output it into the strips forecast table, as you can see here. And so we can see that our timestamp is this is in UTC, and UTC is 5 hours ahead of EST. So right now, with it being 3:41 p.m., it's really 15:41 in UTC, and so you can see that our times match up, and that this is live. On the left here, you can see the data used to make the prediction. On the right side, you can see our predicted values right here. And then to show that this works, we have our historical dashboard right here. But then just to show that this updates, we can go and hit refresh data, and you can see that that updated from, I think, 38 or 34, whatever it was before, to 41. So you can see it's ingested the most recent set of data from the table and from the model output. And whenever we want a new whenever we want a new set of 7-day forecasts to refresh our table with, all we have to do is just run this again, and it'll create the updated table, and we should just be able to refresh. Yep, it's up to 42. And so when we want to shut this down and we want to be done with it, all we need to do is we just need to go to our data flow, just hit stop. We're going to choose to drain our data flow job. And then we'll go over to our scout or our cloud scheduler and we'll just pause our cloud scheduler. And after that, you're done. We have everything shut down and yeah, we're good to go. So thank you. This was the demo showing that the data pipeline worked and the real-time functions as intended. And yeah, we hope that you enjoyed our project.